What is up, YouTube coin collecting community? I had a request to show you my paper money collection. I'm going to go through these first ones pretty quick because what's really neat is what's at the beginning of the book, and there's some really old stuff. 69D, a lot of ones, so I saved that one, and the serial, all 2s and 8s, low serial star, silver certificate, 63 bar note, 95. Okay, so this is, if you look up by In God We Trust, there's a 12. I made a video on these. They're called web notes. Check it out. Another web note. And another web note. Web note. Web note. Another silver certificate. Like I said, just going to cruise through these because what I really want you to see is what is at the beginning of the book. This will be part 1 of 2, with the second part being denominations higher than $2 bills. Another web note. There's about a dozen web notes in there I think I went past. Up here we have a 2017. This one's got a little bit of wrinkles. I'm definitely going to replace it, but I just wanted to put it in here to show you guys that they are out. I save a lot of modern stuff too. Hey kitty, you're ruining my video. 2009. I like to have an uncirculated example of every series. Another 2009. 2006. You can see here that they're actually doubled up. I have quite a few like that. 2003A, 2003, 2001, 99. This stuff's kind of boring. Oh, here we go. Low serial number. We're going to get to keep getting older, and it's going to keep getting better. 95, 95. Some of these are web notes. I'm not really going to look into it at the moment. Actually, 93, and then right here's a web note. The ink on it looks a little less clear. This isn't uncommon for web notes. 88. We're going back in time here. 81. 81. How low can you go? 1977. 74. 69. 77. That's a clear part in the book. Nah, 69. This is a plain 69, and then we had a 69D. So there are series A through D on those. Several of these have different series. 63 bar note, 63, 63. We're getting older. 63, 57, 57B, 57B. And check this out. This is what started the discussion. Look at that serial number, 0000970. That is extremely low, less than 1,000 printed before this one. I bought this for $5. 57 silver. This one here is almost uncirculated, or it might be uncirculated. I don't know. These here are as close to uncirculated as it gets too. There's actually a sleeve here. There are actually 3 notes in here, and they're all in sequence. I think I picked up the set for like $10. How old are we going to get with these? We're not even close yet. 57, 57. Focus. 35, 1935. That's a 57 clear spot. 35G. 35G. See, like I said, I double them up when I get the same one. But there's 2 35Gs. So let's go back. There's a difference. half of the G series have In God We Trust, the other half of them do not. And then everything before that does not have In God We Trust either. They didn't add it on until, I think they printed these actually until the 50s or the 40s. So back to those. 35F, E, 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 clear spot. Check out how green these are the older we get. This guy right here, when I flip this over, this is almost uncirculated. Or like I said before, maybe it is, I don't know, it's beautiful. 1935D, and it's a little low for a serial number. Star note, back down a little bit, lower one. Oh, look at that, those are in sequence. And look at the green. See, money used to be called greenbacks. They actually were green. They're not green, that green anymore. 1935C, B, A, and A. What? This is called a North Africa note. This was during World War II, and they sent them out to the troops in North Africa. If they were ever looted or their inventory was seized, these notes were not going to be honored. So the yellow seal here was to note that it was a North African note for the war, to dishonor it if it was ever stolen. Hawaii, same deal, but it's Hawaiian. These are all 1935s. They were made in the World War II. Now, the older we get, these are going to get kind of well circulated. Some of them are pretty rugged, but hey, I don't care. 35 plain. They actually moved the series over here, not down here. A 35, that's a beautiful. Low serial, beautiful. 1934 silver certificate. The one is actually blue. That was never blue before. And then we're actually moving to 1928. The seal moved from this side to that side. Well, actually, I mean, if we weren't going backward in time, it moved from this side to this side in the future. 28B. 28B. 1928A. How old are these going to get? 28 plain. Red seal? Yep. 1928 red seal. I'd love to go into details on what all these are, but I don't want to make the video too long. But maybe I'll do a tutorial on it in the future. Another one of those. This one's a lower serial. I don't think they made very many, so a low serial isn't too uncommon anyways. Look at this. Look at the size difference. Bad lighting. There we go. They used to call these huge ones horse blankets. They're gigantic. And every one that we're going to go to now is going to be the same huge size. We're going to keep getting older. There's another one. Like I said, we're going to get pretty rugged on some of these. But when I pick up something like this for like $5, I appreciate the history more than the collectible value anyways. These are huge. These are probably 40% larger than the notes we use today. Yeah, I thought we already seen that one. We got a clear spot. Empty spot. So these are 1923. And there are two different series. These have the signatures of Spielman and White. I actually have both varieties. Another Spielman White, 23, 23, 23. Let me find the one. 23. This is one of my nicer ones. Well, I must have went right by it, but I do have one that has the other signatures on it. Well, it's in there. Maybe I gave it away. I don't know. So what we have here is a 1914 They called these federal bank reserve notes. They're really cool. I should show you the reverse side of some of these because that's also really cool. And I'm going to go back to these real quick just to show you what the old 1923 reverse side looked like. Awesome. True American history here. 1923. How much older are we going to get, you guys? Well, here's the reverse side of what's up and coming. This is another note behind it. We got a nice tear here. Right here we have 1917. Crazy. Now these here are 1899. They were called Black Eagles, I believe. Here's the reverse. I have a good handful of these. And skip over that one, already seen it. And 1899, all different signatures on these. Elliot White. Elliot Burke. Teehee Burke. So these are the different series. They all just say 1899, but they do not focus. They say 1899, but they don't actually have a series. You just have to pay attention to the differences. More 1899 Eagles. Vernon. Vernon. This is a nicer one. This is a beautiful one, except for there's a nice little tear right here. Something like this cuts the price down into like a quarter of what it actually is worth, and then I pick it up real cheap. And it's beautiful. Look at the details, all the fibers in there. Those are legit. Those are actually cotton. And then here we have the reverse side of the next ones. Martha and George Washington. Look at that. I paid a pretty penny for that one. These are called educational notes. 1896. Let me show you the nice one. It's a little bent up, but how many people do you know that have one of these and at all, let alone good condition? And then we have a 1891, and they call it a Stanton note, I believe. That's the guy there in the photo. Got some ugly tape marks on it. It is a star note, but that actually I think was on all of these. Reverse side, I believe that's another Stanton. We'll look at that in a moment. Something crazy there. And what in the world? I'll tell you in a second. Yep, another Stanton. This one actually is, I believe, at 1890, where the other one was a 91. If you look, there's a reverse difference. But I think almost everything on the front there was the same. And this one had a plain back. Martha Washington. The color is off. So the reason it has a plain back is it's actually a counterfeit. And I believe it was counterfeit back then, so it still has a little bit of value. Believe it or not, counterfeit bills, if they're contemporary, they call it, meaning that it was made back then, they still have some value because it is old. And this is what we have coming up in the reverse. Another one of those Martha Washingtons for this one here, but this one, even though it's missing about a fifth of it, 20%, this one does have the back. $18.80, George Washington, similar to the 1817, but the seal is much different. Some details are different. There's that counterfeit again up there. And over here, some ugly taping, or just folds. 1869 rainbow note. Absolutely gorgeous. 1869. Think of how old that is. 1864. It says 1862 on the top, but that's when it was issued to be, the government allowed it to happen. I'm pretty sure it's a 64. I don't see the date on it anywhere. But these are really cool. And then these, before the U.S. was printing money federally, it was done by the states. Paper money back then was actually a check anyways, so, because we get printed by many different ways, avenues. I bought this one because it's from the state of Michigan. That's where I'm from. The silver dollar on there. This is really awesome. It's from the city of Tecumseh. And this one is from South Carolina Railroad Company. Well, I was going to do my $2 bills in this video too, but it went a lot longer than I expected, so this can be part 1. I'll do 2s in part 2, and then I'll have subsequent parts for my 5s, 10s, 50s, and 100s, so check those out if you enjoy these. I have some other really cool things to show you. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, share with your friends.